I'm sure we all have those games we grew up playing with that have like a special spot in our heart. For some of us, it could be Call of Duty with like prime Call of Duty from like World at War all the way up to damn near Black Ops 2. One of the most impressive runs in video game history. Or it could be Halo, another impressive video game run, Minecraft, Roblox. For me, it was a small little website called InPlay back in the day, but that's besides the point. But really for me was 2K. And I know niggas are like, nigga, 2K, like, that game is ass. Yes, I'm not disagreeing with you, but back in the day, 2K just has a special spot in my heart. Like, 2K16, one of the best 2Ks to ever come out. One of my first 2Ks I played on Next Gen. Like, I remember it had that cool ass fucking intro where you got locked up by like Michael Jordan, Steph Curry, AD, James Harden was even playing defense, goddamn. And it transitioned like to the My Career trailer. What else? The 2K12 one when it had the Legends trailer, like the Legends opener, like the past versus the present. And then the best one of all time maybe is the Michael Jordan one. Like when you when you like go into the game and he looks back at you at the TV, bro, breaking all fucking fourth walls. And he's like, "Are you ready?" Like, nigga, that shit had me hype as fuck on the Wii. Like, I couldn't tell you, bro, in 2011, bro, when I had the Wii and I was playing that game, bro, for the first time, nigga, I was hyped. I was hyped as fuck. Like, I would stay up to like 9 o'clock with the volume on 0, just playing 2K11. Not even My Career, just playing that game over and over again. But those memories are just memories now, because moving on to the furthermore 2Ks, 2K17 was good, 2K18 was gray as hell, 2K19 was a big improvement in the 2K series, not gonna cap it, kind of provided a little like groundwork for the more, for the more advanced 2Ks after it. 2K20 was only good because of quarantine, and I'm just gonna say that to keep it a buck. Like 2K20 was kind of a mid 2K, and it had cheeses that were just fucking broken, like the hop step from long athlete to like a dunk, like any character could get it. The tween, between the legs 8, shit like that, everybody could shoot. Like the game was cheesy, but overall it was fun, especially My Team. That was the first year I played My Team, and holy shit, was it fun. 2K11, not 2K11, but 2K21, completely hated that game. Like the gameplay in it just was not for me. Like that shit was complete and utter trash. Like it felt like they had built a really good foundation in 2K20 and they said, nah, scratch that shit. Because we went from a year where everybody could shoot to a year where you had to be like top 1%, not top 1%, it's not that serious, but you had to be skillful to shoot with builds who had low 3-pointers. And it wasn't like 2K22 where niggas had sniper and everything dropped. It's like if you had like a 75 3-ball, like nigga, you would be struggling. And not like a slasher with a 75 3-ball, and it didn't work out. And then I went back to My Team, and My Team added skill-based matchmaking. There was really no casual mode for it. Everything was just a sweat fest. The speed burst everyone was doing. Like I remember when the day that Warp Reality Set came out with Pink Diamond Bull, and seeing like niggas who could dribble using that card, bro. Jesus fucking Christ. I kind of quit My Team shortly after that, and I kept on coming back to it. I love My Team. I can play 2K20 so much, but 2K21 just wasn't it. And then that brings us to 2K22, probably one of the best 2Ks we've had in recent years. And I feel like we can all agree that 2K22 is a welcome improvement over 2K21, not just gameplay wise, but content wise. Like the content creators of 2K21 were really stifled. Like I would usually watch creators like Joe Knows, Agent Zero, creators like that would like usually just go into the game. For Agent, it would just to be more funny and comical, but for Joe Knows, it would be like different builds and shit like that. And I really never got into it because 2K21 just wasn't that good of a game. And even with YouTubers I watched in 20 for My Team, my HTBs, my DBG, Ty Debo, other YouTubers in the My Team sphere who would go over cards and just do gameplay and all had their different styles. It just really wasn't worth me watching them unless it was like some cool content. I was like, that's cool. I wish it was in a better game. Like the Invincible cards, they pretty much were just GOAT cards from 20. If those were in like 22, or like if pretty much most of the like later on packs came out in like 22, like your out of position packs and shit like that. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna drop them. Those have been hits for like the past 2-3 years. So if they just keep like, if they had just the 21 packs in 22, I would not complain, because those like some of my most favorite packs ever in a My Team game. But like I was saying with 2K22, the gameplay on the first day was awesome. First day I made a 2-way sharpshooter, Hall of Fame shooting, about 20 defensive badges, 10, 12 playmaking badges, and 1 finishing, nothing special. And that first day I was grinding the game, got my badges a little bit, and I was going to park playing really good defense. Like the defense for the first time in a while felt on par with offense, even though offense had the left right, the tweens and shit from the playmaking shot creators. If you were just a decent perimeter lock or a two-way player, you would be able to lock that shit up because of the bump steals you would get. Shooting was really fluid. I really love shooting, even though sniper's a badge, but shooting overall, if you can shoot, you can shoot. Like niggas are out here sparking with a 65 3 ball, and I feel like that's fair. If you can green with a 65 3, then you deserve to green. Like that's how I've been feeling like all since I've been playing 2K16. Like if you could green with Shaq consistently, like in play now, you deserve to green it every single time. But then they started doing just stupid shit to the game. Well, let me not even get on the stupid shit first. Let's talk about the seasons. 2K21 had seasons in My Team, but they didn't have it in like the My Park sphere. But they added it this season, and after the fourth season, you can hit Legend, and then you'll have pretty much 8 seasons, so anyone can technically hit Legend after the 4th season. So the first few seasons were cool. I forgot what the first season. Well, no, the first season one reward was a go-kart, and at level 39 you get like an extra badge to your character that you can apply to any category. What else? Season 2, you got like the skeleton uniform. Not skeleton uniform, the skeleton outfit where you were legit just a skeleton. And then season 3 came, and then oh boy, season 4 came. We'll talk about that later in the video. But when the game first came out, it was fun. Like I was happy to come home from work or get off of my classes to get on 2K and play with my niggas. Like it was so fun because it felt like, even though a 99 overall My Career player is just a glorified role player, it felt like I could just play better than other years. It doesn't make sense, but if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. It feels like as a defensive build, you can actually play defense. Like you can actually stick niggas. You can actually rip like players who have like no handles for days and they get tired from dribbling too much. They don't have unpluckable. You have damn gold Hall of Fame pickpocket. You're just plucking them niggas every time with your high steal, and like you're playing with IQ, you're not spamming X. Like that was fun. That was fun. The only thing I had about defense I had a gripe was going into rec and having everyone have interceptor on the highest, well, not highest level, because there were just some badges you didn't even need high levels on, and you could just get chase downs and interceptors, but that's just another story for another day. Like the first few weeks of 2K came out, really fun. Niggas were grinding. The park was always full. Like, Nick, you could get a game pretty easily. The parks would be packed. It wouldn't even have to be a double XP event. Like, it even got me a few games of 5v5 on the top deck a few times, and that was fun because I haven't played a 5v5 My Career mode, my player mode on park since what? Damn near 2K16, 17? Like, it was fun. And then they added the first patch, and they nerfed they nerfed the bump steals. When bump steals are pretty much if someone runs into you with the ball, they drop that bitch if you're like timing it correctly. And they nerfed that plus on ball steals. And again, the game just became like, all right, how do I either give up a 2 or do I give up a 3? Like that's pretty much what the game became. And that really kind of like de-incentivized people who had defensive builds to play, because we really made these builds to just lock up play shots for like the 3rd year in a row. Like, that's pretty much what niggas made defensive builds, and the game was really solid defensively. It wasn't the best, but it was really solid. And I understand, even coming from a defensive build, like, getting plucks were way too much. But when you have Hall of Fame pickpocket and they nerf, like, the steals you can get by, like, a lot, like, I think it was like 6 to 8% from, like, gold and Hall of Fame, that's a problem. And they didn't nerf left righting either. Like, these niggas would like speed boost left, speed boost right. And then they would have a big who would be setting screens. And even with Pick Dodger really hasn't worked like it's supposed to in years. Like, if you only could get gold Pick Dodger, you're kind of fucked against like Hall of Fame brick wall for some reason. And it's stupid. Like, it made the game just so repetitive. And for me, that kind of killed Park for me, because it was like, all right, there's really no way I can stick with these guards. I can, but I don't really want to have to like sweat to have to stick with sweats, because it takes so much out of you to try to like play these guards in 2K to the point where it's not fun. And I went to rec. Season 2 comes around. Season 2 was really lit, in my opinion. Season 2 came around and kind of put some life back into Park, with the level 40 reward being like just a pure skeleton. And it was fun to get back on Park a little bit. I kind of moved on to rec. And that's when I started noticing like the Park was slowly dying off. And there's nothing new. That kind of happens every year in 2K, but it was just different. Like, it was just much harder to get games, and it just took so much longer. And then Season 3 came, and they gave away that trash ass fucking season reward. And Season 4 came, and Jesus Christ, this was the best thing I've ever seen in my life. The niggas who sweated all day in NBA 2K22, grinded all day, all night. Niggas did not get off the game, neglected life, neglected food, neglected everything possible. They finally got their legend reward. And what it was a parrot that said 4 phrases. And I'm gonna just put the video up here, because every time I see it, bro, it just makes me laugh to think that niggas put hundreds of hours into a virtual video game where they could have did anything with that. They could have put that shit into a job. They could have did anything with those hundreds, 200s, 300 hours. And then they got this. Like, I would be sick to my fucking stomach if I would have got that trash ass reward. And all it just says is, this is my court. That's it. Like, literally, that is it. Like, it doesn't provide any boost. It doesn't provide any advantage. It doesn't like provide anything. Like, damn near the level 40 reward was better than the legend reward. At least with level 40, you get a whole fucking tiger. And that was something we've been asking for like shit since 2K17. Like, nigga, that really, honestly, in my opinion, killed the game, because the game was already dying with like the decisions they would make. Like, they patched defense. Defensive niggas kind of like stopped playing the game because there was really no way to stop these play shots or these really quick 6-foot builds. Then they nerfed left righting. Niggas kind of stopped playing the game because that's kind of what point guards really are on there to do. It's just a left right around screens. And that's pretty much your player base, unless like you just want to play with bigs and unorthodox builds. Like, niggas still play the game, but niggas have quit because of like the decisions they've made. And the game with the events, kind of boring, honestly. There's really been nothing new. Like, we've had treasure hunt since 2K20, double XP, that's your usual standard. Player appreciation is when you're like a certain build and you have X amount of badges, you get X amount of, like, you get double XP or badge points. Hot and cold was a good idea. Like, I really hope they bring that back, because that shit was kind of fun. Honestly, not really. It really wasn't fun. It was just reverse takeover, then you get cold, and then you have to wait to get takeover again. It's just the atmosphere that did it for me. It's just that 2K really hasn't innovated in such a long time. It just made the game stale. Like, the game is good. Like, the game still gets regular updates, content updates, clothing updates, music updates. Like, the game is still doing okay, but it's just, nah. Like, I have a list of, like, things that in 2K that are, that I really don't like. They have honestly, the same commentary Same, like, just really terrible defense. Like, inside paint defense are terrible. Offense, it's fucking overpowered every year. And I get it, they wanted like to sell copies and don't really want a defensive-minded game. But if it's getting to the point where niggas are fine giving up twos because it's at the point where we just cannot stop these niggas going left and right behind brick wall screens of these 7-3 centers, it's really not fun. Like, Park is alright. Park is Park, 3v3 first to 21 wins, but it's nothing new. Like, I get the cruise ship is a good idea, but after the flash kind of wore off, it's just like, oh, it's just, I don't know how to explain it. I know it's not like I'm bitching, but there's really just no way to explain it. Like, the game is great. Well, it's not great. Great is like 2K16, 2K11, 2K10. That's great. 2K22 is like a C tier game. And that's not bad for 2K standards. Like, we could have got 21 again. We could have got 18 again. But the fact that this game has so much potential to be great, and it's only just good, like, the game is also boring. Like, the game is boringly good. Like, only reason I get on is to play Rec, because I'm a pretty decent spot up on 2K22 Rec. And niggas invite me to games, so I just go in to play. And for me, it's the same gameplay loop every time. I either spot up on the left hash, left corner, right corner, and shoot threes all day. And I'm usually playing with like-minded niggas who are just like high win percentages, competitive, and we just win games. Like, I will win 20 games before I lose one. That's how like boring it is, like always winning. And when you do get like the rare game that's really competitive, niggas just quit out once they get down by 5. Like, and it just becomes boring. Like, I don't know what 2K could do to reset the formula of like, hey, this is basketball, or this is what we can only bring so much. And it's like, there has to be something new 2K can do. Like, I would not be upset if 2K pulled a Rainbow Six and just had 2K20. They just made a game called NBA 2K. And they just had like just 2-3 year breaks in between games, and I would not be mad at that at all. Like, if anything, just to jumpstart the games. I don't hate 2K. I like the game, but it's just boring. Like, I really have no incentive to play it because I'm not grinding for level 40. Like, the highest I'll probably hit is just like level 25, level 30 one season, and now it's like by accident. I really don't play my team anymore. It's just a whole fucking bucket of worms for itself. Like, skill-based matchmaking kills the game. No casual mode unless it's like limited, which even in itself really isn't a casual mode because you only can play it on the weekends. It's just a lot of shit that 2K could have done right, but they didn't. And now the game is like paying for it because it's like painfully stale. Like, I can't go to my team and do much because there's really not much to do. Like, I get there's moments of the month, but there's those cards I just don't want because I have better cards, and there's really no incentive to me to grind for them. Like, the game is just boring, and I hate it because knowing what 2K can be versus what it is now really is just shitty. But that's the video. I'll see y'all niggas later. Y'all niggas take it easy, but not too easy because when life gets hard, and stay blessed. I'm out. Peace.